So in this video, we want to do automatic theming of your app, just like this. So let's get into it. So this is about your app automatically or intelligently changing theme based on the time of the day. You will have noticed that in different apps on your mobile devices where you have bright themes during the day, and towards the night or in the evening you have them as dark modes or some kind of cool theme for the night. So we want to do just that here. So let's just get things in place. So we actually want to extract the timing. So now it's 7:37 p.m. So with this formula, our combination of functions, you're able to extract the actual hour and minute of the day. And that's what we'll be using for this demo. Okay. So you could just pause and look up the formula. So the on start of the application is where we determine the color on the time. We determine the color based on the time. So let's take any time from 6 p.m. or 1800 as night, which is going to be having the dark theme. So if the value is greater than 1800, then set time of the day as night. This is just the concept really of so just take charge of setting the colors as you would want it, the background and all forms of colors you want to add to your controls. So we're still on the night settings. So for each of the objects, buttons, text box, your background, your form, your drop down, the colors on your drop down, and every other thing that is changeable on Powerapps, you can just define their colors here. So this is set at the on start of the application. It's going to look at the time and then set those properties, color properties. Yeah, so let's just copy over. So if it's not greater or equal to 6 p.m., then it's day. The period of the day is day. Yes. Background color. Make also use that color. Yes. Header color as well. Chevron background color, that's for the drop down. That's misspelled there. Chevron background color. You could actually make this a lot simpler by just changing the backgrounds of your application rather than changing the whole lot of color properties of the individual objects that you're going to be having on that. So you could just make it simpler, just maybe just change the text color and background colors, black and white or grayscale, whichever. So this is just a bit of a more elaborate sample to to give you more controls over your controls, color controls basically. Okay, so let's do another screen. You may want to pause the video at this point because it's on 2x right now. But of course, if you have been developing on Powerapps, you would be able to just get the concept from the very few minutes, and you'll be able to run it to the end on your own. But I still appreciate you stay with the video to the end. Righty, that color. What I would recommend, what I would advise is you could just design something on a graphic app, maybe even PowerPoint or Figma. Design things and get your color coding. Color coding is standard everywhere, RGBA. So you could first design your interface on any app that is able to give you hexadecimal or the RGB equivalent of your colors. So you just that gives you a cleaner design and a cleaner, faster approach to making your app because you got all the color codes ready. Okay, so let's just not make it only color affairs. Let's add some data. Just fix some values here. Right. So that's just for monitoring. Sure, the time of the day is 7:52. Our theme is supposed to be dark. So let's pick some guys here. So we're going to have sunshine for day and moon for night. So if time of day is night, do sunshine. Is that correct? Yeah. Okay, use the button color. So now let's apply the colors, the defined colors for each of our objects. So the color for that text would be the text color, depending on the time of the day or period of the day. So let's also apply same here. The fill will be, let's use the header fill, header color defined. Now some of these colors will not take their correct values until the on start, until that on start module is run, is executed. I mean, while you are developing, during development. So sometimes it's worth you going back and run the on start manually. Okay, background color. Let's use the same. Let's use that color. Yeah. Just spread your colors around, really. Chevron color. Yeah. So chevron is that icon. Is that V shape on your drop down. Okay, time now is this. The color will be text color. I save. So let's force that value. Yeah, so that's what it's going to look like. It looks really weird. Okay, let's make some adjustments. What next? What next? Okay, let's add the time of the day. Time of day is night. Yeah, but this sunshine, that's not true. That should be moon for night and sunshine for day. Yes. Okay. Okay. Save. Okay. Login. All right. Let me. We've not redirected. We've not navigated. So I'll select. Navigate to the form. I love uncover right mostly. Let me just say this is white. Standard. Okay. So the color this. Okay, looks good. So the time now is in the night. It's 7:52 p.m. So it's taking the dark theme. Yeah, that was not set. Okay, so let's just make this as white. Okay, run. Okay, so because it's night, it's dark. All the text colors there, change them. Yeah. Okay, so this is the dark theme. How be it ugly? It's it's shown we've proved the concept is proven. So just be careful in picking your colors. And there are some preset themes in Powerapps that you can just easily adopt. So it's 7:52 p.m. and now we need to be sure it's working correctly. Do you want to stay till morning to test it, to be sure that it's going to switch over to daytime theme? Of course not. So we're going to be changing the time manually. So that's just to get the correct time. Because it's never gonna change on its own unless you trigger it. Like timer control or something else. Okay, so I'm changing the time manually. You have to set automatic to off. So I'm changing it to day. So I've manually changed it to 1 p.m. is that. So you might have to relaunch your app for the date to take effect. So the time of the day is day, and you could see the sunshine, you could see the bright theme, and when you log in, you're gonna have the bright colors. Yeah, some blue looks really weird there. Anyways, yeah, 1:03 p.m. Okay, I just want to change some things here. So let's change the text background color as well. Here to use sky blue. And then for the dark theme, we can make that maybe gray. Okay, so let's see. Again, it's 1:07 p.m. now. Yeah, need to run the on start. Okay, text background. Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah, I think it looks kind of better. And now let's change the time of the day to evening after 6 p.m. and run the app again. You see that now we're back to the dark theme. So that's it. That's it in this video. If there's any part that looks unclear or shady, please do not hesitate to drop in the comment section, and I'll be more than happy to address it. Thank you.